tell Dayton when he's through playing games to let me know. Come on, Captain.
Hey, General!
There's nothing wrong with the ship. There may be nothing wrong with it, but I'd certainly hate to fly it, the shape it's in. Hey, wait a minute. What are you crying for? He's all right.
I'm not crying. I'm laughing. Laughing at myself for worrying about a lunatic who has a charmed life. I dare anybody to kill him. Anybody or anything. He's superhuman.
Now, take it easy, Mary.
I'm all right, Ed. What happened?
Well, he wasn't in the ship.
Wasn't in it. Well, who was? Or was it just flying itself?
No. It seems he was jumped by 3 men and hit over the head, and when he came to, a few minutes later, both the plane and the men were gone.
Well, then one of them was in the ship.
Yes, from now on, he'll have a permanent set of wings.
That's the kind of espionage and sabotage I was talking about, Captain Dayton.
He knows what you're talking about. He was in the Army during the World War. What I want to know is how long it'll be before we can have another test flight.
I can't tell you until I go over the ship.
All right. Let me know when you're ready. In the meantime, take my advice and stay on the ground. You're too valuable a man to aviation.
You don't mind if I take a little spin once in a while, do you? Just for the fresh air.
Come on, Captain. We're wasting our time.
Yes, that's right. Yes, now get this. 25, 87, S, Y, 6, 154, Z. That's it. Yes, it was unfortunate.
You're a blundering lot, Hinchfield. Stupid imbeciles.
If you keep on slamming up telephones, Felix, you're going to ruin my hearing.
That's one thing I cannot tolerate. Stupidity.
Shall I decode this for you?
You don't have to. They hit the ship and crashed it. Now we'll have to go back to the beginning again.
You mean the plans for the ship, of course.
Naturally, what else could I mean?
You might have meant Captain Dayton.
What are you talking about?
Well, Hinchfield said that Captain Dayton keeps all of his plans in his head.
All right, then we get his head.
That's what I meant.
Get Cadence on the shortwave radio for me and give him this message.
32, 47, SPT-8, 164L, 2WZ, H1962, RAM, 3, BTX, 7, BY5.
Weather clear. We'll report later. Decode this.
says to bring Dayton to him. He must be crazy.
Maybe he is. But we're crazier for working for him.
Where are you going?
To have a talk with Hinchfield.
Dear Mr. Williams. Yes?
Your ship is ready, Captain Dayton.
Oh, all right. I'll be right up.
Look here, Bob. Why won't you tell us where you're going?
Because you and Miss Blake worry too much.
Well, how do you think we'll feel if we don't know where you're going? You've no right to take risks.
No risk, just straight flying.
I'm not talking about flying. I'm talking about the agents of every foreign government.
Now, not all of them, Ed. Look, will you be a good guy and get out of here?
All right, go ahead and kill yourself. The Army will appreciate that. They don't give a hoot whether they get those planes or not.
Oh, Mr. Carey, is Captain Dayton in?
Yeah, sure he's in. But he won't be in very long.
Why? Where's he going?
He won't tell me. You ask him.
Oh, I don't like to bother him if he's in a hurry.
You're the financial man, aren't you?
Yes,
And you have the interest of the stockholders to protect, haven't you?
most assuredly.
What do you think their stock will be worth if the guys that are after Dayton get him?
Is somebody trying to get him?
Is somebody trying to get him? I give up.
Well, have a good time in Denver.
So you know where I'm going.
A good secretary should always know where her boss is going.
You're a swell secretary, Mary. Hold Carrie's hand for me, will you?
Not literally. Here,
Well, what's this?
a favor I'm asking. Open it when you get there.
Okay.
And promise me something.
Sure, what is it?
Not to fly one of those ships. They're not safe.
Okay, Mary. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, Captain Dayton!
I believe you're a little late, Mr. Hinchfield.
Oh, he's worse than an eel. Where's he going?
That's a secret between Captain Dayton and myself.
I have a right to know. I'm the...
I know you're the controller of the business, but I'm his secretary. And when the boss says mum's the word, you couldn't get it out of me if you blasted.
You rather like Captain Dayton, don't you?
Well, that's putting it a bit strong, Mr. Hinchfield. But I guess you could say I liked him a little.
Too bad. Oh, he's heading east.
Why did you say too bad?
What? Oh, nothing. Nothing. Excuse me, please.
So he comes in without no landing gear. Does he crack her up? He does not. He sets her down as light as a feather.
Yep, sure great flyer. Say, what's he doing here anyway?
Oh, some kind of tests over at Crane Field.
Oh.
Tim.
Well, there goes my Sky Raider scholarship. And I thought this was a good plane.
One of the tragedies of aviation, eh, Captain Dayton?
Yes. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a real tragedy for him.
The hazards of competition, Captain.
Well, I guess I'm not going to let a little failure like this stop me. You're a swell kid, sis. Come on.
Whose model was it?
Let me see. Timothy Bryant.
Bryant?
Yes. Shall we get on with the next trial?
Yes. Would you mind having someone tell Bryant I'd like to see him?
No, not at all. Be glad to. Okay, Johnny, you're up.
So, Felix, your men have failed you again and you've elected me. Where will I find Captain Dayton?
He will be at the Continental Broadcasting Studio in Denver tonight at 8 o'clock.
All right. I'm on my way. Headhunting.
Best of luck, darling. I'm counting on you.
I consider it a great honor to have won a Sky Raider scholarship. And for all the members of the Air Youth of America, I want to thank Captain Dayton for his kind cooperation.
It's a pleasure to present scholarships to such fine future aviators. I only hope they'll be called upon to use their talents in peace and not in war. And now I want you to meet another fine young future aviator, Mr. Tim Bryant. Tim didn't win a scholarship this afternoon because he had a little tough luck at the trials. But he has something coming to him which he may like much better. Will you come here, Tim, please? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tim Bryant. Say something, Tim.
Hello.
Tim, my secretary, instructed me to look you up when I came to Denver. She said that you were a friend of hers and a fine young airman. This afternoon, you proved to me that you were. How would you like to go to work for me at Sky Raiders this summer?
What's the matter with the guys? You getting soft-headed?
Oh, boy. Gee, would I?
Well, I'd like to have you, Tim. When is school out?
Saturday, but I can go now.
No, I think we'd better wait until school is over.
Hey, what's the idea? What's the matter, Mary? Hey, I believe you're in love with the guy.
Oh, don't be silly.
Maybe I'm not so silly after all.
Listen, then. Will you be a good guy and go home?
Huh? Oh, sure. Do you think he'd be crazy enough to fly back in this?
I think he'd be crazy enough to do anything.
Well, I'm going to try and stop him. Thanks, Mary. Good night.
Good night.
Apparently, weather reports don't mean anything to Dayton. We ground the transports, and he goes right ahead. That girl he took with him.
Search me. He certainly was anxious to get to the coast.
Anxious? I'd call it hysterical. Well, from now on, she's Dayton's problem. Come on.
left here 15 minutes ago with a woman passenger.
Woman? What's he doing with a woman?
I'm afraid you'll have to ask Captain Dayton that.
Don't think I won't.
Thank you. That is all.
No, it ain't all. Wait till I get a hold of that crazy harebrained nincompoop. Get him. Keep after him till you do. Flying on a storm ain't bad enough. He's got to take some dizzy lizzy with him.
Sky Raiders calling Captain Dayton.
I don't blame you for wanting to get back to the coast in a hurry.
She's all I have left. If anything happened to Mother,
No, take it easy. Keep that chin up. Everything will be all right.
You're very kind, Captain Dayton. I had no right to impose on you. I must have been quite hysterical.
Oh, forget it. Oh, there's our storm. Not going to be frightened, are you?
I'll try hard not to be.
Sky Raiders calling Captain Dayton. Sky Raiders calling Captain Dayton. Go ahead.
What's the matter with that guy anyhow? Keep after him.
Sky Raiders calling Captain Dayton.
Captain Dayton, don't you think we'd better land?
We're really safer up here. However, I'll find out how the weather is ahead of us. Captain Dayton calling Sky Raiders. Captain Dayton calling Sky Raiders. Go ahead, Sky Raiders.
I'll take that. All right, you halfwit. What do you think you're doing? Flying around in a thunderstorm with a gal. Who is she anyhow?
Nobody you know, Mr. Carey. I just called up to let you know where I am. It's raining a little up here. How is it down there?
Yes, we're having a little storm. Just a little drizzle. Nothing to worry about if you got enough gas for 48 hours. I hope your lady friend appreciates your getting her into this.
You better take something for that disposition of yours, Mr. Carey. I'll keep in touch with you from time to time. So long.
What a guy. What a night for romance.
Did you get him?
Sure, I got him. He's having a fine time. Taking a joyride with a gal.